I started playing some Hogwarts Legacy. I did
I hear the jaunty music.
I did a recording because we were having issues with you guys hearing stuff and having it be like a weird Tron scape last time.
Did you ever get a chance to hear what we were
No, I
hearing?
could not figure that out. Like you guys would have to
miss it, to be
you
honest.
guys next time, if we ever do that again, record it so I can hear what you guys are hearing, because I
shall stream your stream.
This is actually just a recording, so hopefully you'll be able to hear everything perfectly fine.
When did you
Parry?
When did you end the last recording?
Like maybe 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I was like, when he went into the Hoggy Boy, I was just like, wait a minute. Did we end?
So we last left off Mr. Augustus Holtz. We're at Hogsmeade grabbing some shit for school in our long johns. So we're just going to hang out, grab some potions from this guy named Perry Pippin.
Perry Pippin?
Perry Pippin. He's got some sick glasses.
He does, dude. Like the fleur de lis on his fucking... on his waistcoat there.
Sure, yeah, the little accent there. Yeah, it must be a potion...
Double-breasted?
Insignia, I don't know.
Double-breasted.
Is he French? Is he a Frenchman?
Perry Pippin.
It's an Italian
Oh,
thing.
pretty British.
Apparently.
Fleur de lis?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I know fleur de lis is like but
French name.
Flower.
Vicenza, Italy. It's like plastered all over the city.
No.
It's in their plaster.
They take a lot of pride in it. I don't know why.
J. Pippin's potions,
J.
dude?
Pippin.
J. Pippin's potions.
J. Pippy, dude. My boy J. Pippy.
Pippy
Is this like a family business? And his name's Perry Pippin.
Scotty and Perry
Jay-
and Jay.
Yeah, was J. Pippin his dad?
Clothes.
His cousin? Is that his NBA player cousin? Scotty Pipp?
Scotty Pip shows up. He's like, "Yo, how's the business doing? How's the family business doing?"
Hey.
Hey.
You guys see Michael?
That quest tracker at the bottom left is huge.
I must have fucking
Yeah, I can
spaced out at the end of the last episode, because I do not remember us getting our fucking long Jonathans there, dude.
I can toggle that on and off, Wilson. I just had that up there.
Oh, now they'd be all wet. Ugh.
Oh, wait till they
some
get dirty.
fucking swampy long Jonathans?
Wait till they
Swampy
turn
Johns.
into diarrhea, Long Jonathans.
Swampy Johns,
Swamp
dude?
Johns.
Swamp Johns, dude.
Dump Johns.
Dump Johns? I like that it has the little fucking dump hole at the back,
The
dude.
butt flaps, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of speedrun this because I've been really enjoying this game. On my own file, I've gotten pretty far. I haven't beaten it. I'm kind of just, playing ADD, just like, oh, look at that. Oh, a new shiny thing. Oh, that's cool. So
Look at this. Ooh, look at this.
And then I made, Augie, and then I have another character where I'm playing on a harder mode, but I only got to Hogwarts. I haven't done anything else, so I can speedrun stuff that I've already done in my other playthroughs with Augie, so that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just like, oh yeah, just get some dialogue going and plan as Augie. We're going to go do some missions, and we're going to fight a big troll coming up, which is going to be fun.
Nice. Fucking spoiler alert, kid.
Yeah. And who sent the troll? That's what I'll say. Oh.
Oh!
We don't know. And I'm grabbing some weed and shit from this dude. Magic Neep.
I was gonna say, like, of course that guy's a fucking gardener, and look at that fucker, dude. He definitely got a green thumb, bro.
Yeah, he does. He's like, you want to try my radishes, homie?
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember,
I make rad dishes with my radishes, dude.
At the end of our last episode, we got our stick. And it just looks like we're holding a stick.
Stick, stupid. Yeah, that's the best.
It's the best looking stick ever.
I want to know when fucking Princeton Applebaum Esquire is going to show up, dude.
Princeton, well, we could just keep him alive in our Chat GPT storyline because I do love how we're just fleshing out the character a little bit more with that.
Right.
Now we're going to go to find some scrolls and tomes. Thomas Brown.
Brown. Who's that? Brown.
Who's that? Is that you, Brown?
Is that you, Brown? Brown, is that you? Oh, dude. It's a 6 stairway. Good way to save space.
Yeah, the convertible.
Yeah. Oh, dude, are we seeing, like, secretive fucking treasure chests and shit back there?
Yeah. I'll go get some. I'll get a few. I think
I'll go get some. I'll go get some secret treasure chests.
Some of them are locked. But I got some Wig and Weld.
Kid. Gesundheit.
I didn't come up with this.
Little books on the ceiling? They just paint the ceiling to look like there's books.
Yeah, I think they just maybe painted it to look like he's got more than he actually does. Yeah, I got all.
That big ass stack of books, dude.
I'm gonna go steal your stuff. Here you go. Just walk on back.
Oh, dude, this is just where you sleep.
You go back there.
This is a bedroom.
Holy, look at all the little Nicky necks in here. No.
I can't.
Well, I mean, like, look at it. It's like here's my store. Here's my store, but also there's my bedroom.
Yep, right back there's my bedroom. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
He's just leaving a stack of books outside, dude. What happens if it rains?
Stack of books. He uses a
stack of books.
Stupid wizard spell to dry him off.
Yeah, goddamn stupid wizard spells.
Like he doesn't have to worry about that kind of thing. What? That's
the stack of books.
Thanks, J.K. Stack of books.
Stack of books.
Stack of books.
I'll tell you the stack of books out there.
So you the stack of books out there.
Oi, son, you got a stack of books.
G-A-B-U-Z.
Stack of books.
All one word. Stack of books.
Stack of books.
Yep. That's exactly how I intended.
I heard from Goblin Biker that you had a stack of books.
Goblin Biker.
Oh, good to see you, Goblin Biker. How's the biking?
I'm banking goblins, dude. Mr. Brown.
First National Goblin Credit Union.
It's Gringotts, bro.
So in the game, Augie will eventually do it, but you get access to this room of requirement where you can like capture frogs.
Oh shit, dude! Capture them all.
And I don't know if Wilson saw the video that came out today. That's in our command.
Fargonauts, dude.
Fargonauts.
Dude, you had me all concerned and shit last night. You're like, "This is what's dropping tomorrow. Do you have any questions?" I don't have any answers. I was like, "Shit, what's happening, dude?"
So
I was clicking, I couldn't see anything because it says video private.
I didn't want to.
Fuck, what's coming out? Something serious happening?
When I posted that, it was unlisted for a while, and I'm like, well, I can't have it unlisted, and then I wanted to schedule it. So if I schedule it, it goes off of unlisted. So I just scheduled it, and so I didn't know if you guys are gonna see it. So it probably broke the link on that. So
yeah, then I saw it this morning, and I was just like, oh, what the fuck's this? I like this. I don't know why my brain instantly goes to like, oh god, something's wrong.
Look at my shit pants. Look at my shit long johns right now.
It did. Oh, we got some dirty johns, dude.
So yeah,
some dirty johns.
I don't know if Wilson saw that video, but I was telling.
Oh, of course I did. It was wonderful.
Telling Eric that's it's a throwback to when we were recording stuff when we were playing D&D, and before we started, I was like recording Eric getting ready for the session. And I played the Tijuana Brass, I think it's called, the song by Herb Albert. And it was called Eric Saw Dudes in verse. And I made his face like distort as the song plays.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah.
So I wanted to use another Herb Albert song. So
it's a Fargonauts classic right there.
And then there's like three frogs in that picture. So I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, I'm going to use this picture.
We're three frogs.
Three frogs. that's my logic. We're 3 frogs.
Yeah. Those 3 frogs. This troll's fucking got some dank armor, dude.
Oh shit.
Is he hanging with fucking Kronar or whatever the fuck his name is? Ronak?
Ron.
Ronrak. Cranor.
Oi, Kronor. Kronor and Goblin Banker are here to save the day.
Cornor, you get away from Goblin Biker.
Kronor, how dare you?
He don't need your influence.
Oh, there's a troll to poop, dude? You just crouch down like you pooping.
Holy shit, you're way more powerful, seemingly, than the Khaleesi
Dude.
here.
I thought that troll was just about to fucking obliterate that person.
How can you, like... What's the point of being a wizard if you can't just instantly have one spell that makes this entire ogre, just like, or troll, turn to stone?
Oh, you can.
Problem solved.
Later in the game, you learn that spell, dude.
So why didn't the copper use it or something else to be like, problem
Well, I
solved?
mean, you can just Avada Kedavra that bitch, but, like,
Yeah, but that's the... You don't need that.
why not, dude?
There is a way to like stack damages too. Like later on in the game, you can like levitate them, immolate them, and then like hit them with like a brick or something, and then it just one hit kills them. And then you can like even curse them. Like you
Levitate them, immolate them, humiliate them.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Give their those 2 big toes on their feet little tickles.
Yeah, those some big toes, dude.
2 of them on those.
and
big
Augie's
legs.
looking so dirty. Look at him.
That's our dirty boy,
He's
dude.
eating Hogsmeade in his underwear.
The dirty Holtz, bro.
Oh, our stick, our magic stick.
Oh, shit.
Kamehameha. There it is.
Jesus.
There turns to
Oh, sick, dude.
feathers.
Yeah, like I don't.
We turn them into paper.
I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that. It seems like what he did could be considered a war crime. I don't know. He just disintegrated somebody.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a troll. They don't think they're people.
Do they not?
No, dude. They treat them like monsters.
So then why didn't somebody just immediately be like,
That
Well, because it's a forbidden.
yeah. That.
Well, I
that
don't know
was-
if it was back then, but it was a forbidden curse.
Augie has access to chaos magic in this game. That's kind of what that move was. It's
Dude,
like
jizz and fucking jizzes on it?
it's chaos. So yes.
I feel like a conversation should be had with this student about the ramifications of disintegrating your opponents.
Yeah.
Regardless of how it happened.
Well, and
Well, I mean, he's basically an adult. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I know he looks like he's 30.
it's randomized too.
Yeah.
Like if I wouldn't in other situations when I'm fighting people and I'm using that chaos magic, some of the times you can like use them as like a ragdoll and smack them into trees and the floor and just like whipping them to the ground or turning them into
every
a
time
chicken.
you say chaos magic, I'm just thinking of some fucking sweaty motherfucker just like
Augie just fucking slinging it.
formulating a fucking sigil and just fucking like
Okay, I should say
imbuing all his
it's ancient
thoughts and
magic.
I know
And
that this.
fucking
Sorry.
intentions on it, and then just fucking jizzing on it to give it power, dude.
Oh, jeez.
It's chaos magic, bro.
I understand. I just didn't. I didn't understand. Now I do.
Yeah.
This guy's is
all in
Augustus
all,
too.
it's kind of. Oh wow, yeah. Augustus Hill. He's our like sworn enemy because we make concave things. He makes convex things.
Yeah.
Hill.
Bastard.
Hoggy holes versus hills,
And
dude.
we don't wear clothes and he sells them. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's probably like kind of this. It seems really simple, but I did enjoy that little sequence you just did of like putting stuff back together. That was cool.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
not the last of that. Like
I do like-
Reparo is used throughout the game, which is kind of cool.
I like the look of Augie's fucking chaos magic too. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it visually this looks awesome. If the Reparo thing is like a dynamic thing and it's not just like there's tons of broken stuff around the world. Walk up to it and fix it. It's like things can break, and then you are able to repair them as well.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh shit, he's clothing us now?
break.
He's like, you can't be walking around in dirty Jonathans, dude.
And you have to like solve puzzles with them too.
Clothes puzzles?
Solve puzzles with the broken things. Like if you see a broken thing in a whatever, a labyrinth or whatever dungeon,
right?
You fix it.
Yeah.
You just fix, yeah. Oh, look at my fucking coat.
That looks ridiculous.
I look like an idiot.
Like, I get that some people are, I don't know. The whole Harry Potter fashion and style thing is not really my cup of tea.
The Harry Potter style?
Yeah, those ridiculous jackets
the vintage,
that you just had on.
Yeah, the peacoats and shit.
That's not vintage. It's like a half step between steampunk and vintage, or you know.
Oh, trust me, there's so much steampunk shit in this game. There's like goggles you can get, like aviator goggles and like bomber hats, and yeah, you can make your guy look so steampunky with their pocket watches and vests. And there's something called a clockwork hat. There's clockwork scarves and clockwork hats and shit.
That, like, I guess it's just when it gets to be some of the more ridiculous looking stuff. I'm like, what? Who doesn't just look at this person and laugh at them?
Yeah, I'm just a typical robe guy. I just like robes.
Yeah, a good robe is nice.
Robes and long johns, and there's a zoom in on the crotch.
Oh, good lord, yeah. Yeah, we should get Augie like a cool cloak and like just make him look like a dapper but enigmatic, intimidating, and just cool figure. I like that scarf.
I like that scarf.
Looks nice. I don't typically wear scarves, but it looks nice.
And they style the scarves differently too. Like you can get scarves that just drape, and ones that just kind of go behind your back. And yeah, Augie's looking more like a.
I like a good scarf, man.
That's a cool menu with the like book, the Hogwarts book that has the little glowy Slytherin thing on it. Visually, this looks great, and I like a lot of the little touches.
I've been super into this game. I'm really far in my main playthrough with my guy, and then I started a hard character.
Would you say that this game has a decent amount of replayability to it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
okay,
definitely. And there's no plans for DLC as of yet, but a lot of people are like asking for different DLCs of, if at all. A lot of people are saying Quidditch. I could give a shit. I don't care about Quidditch that much.
Yeah.
I just want more dynamic like battles and enemies.
I can see how if they made the like gameplay of playing Quidditch in this fun, then it would be like appealing.
I'm satisfied with just flying on the broom though. When you get the broom, it's fucking awesome.
I might pick this game up then because I was worried that it might be a little too rigid in its narrative, so that future visits might just feel the same.
It feels very lived in and really immersive when you can like really tweak your person how you want to play. Like I could just wear clothes that have nothing to do with like Hogwarts and just walk around and act like I'm not a student and still do the quests and things like that. And I haven't even gotten to the end game content stuff because I'm kind of I'm playing ADD, so like I'm seeing something that I find interesting throughout the world when I'm just flying around on my broom. And like I said,
go for it.
I unlocked the Room of Requirement, and it's a whole separate like base building / inventory management / like care of creatures space. It's like a separate space where you can just go out in the wilderness. You can suck up like big frogs, hippogriffs, like birds, puffballs. They look like fucking those. I don't know. They look like Furbies, kind of. They have huge eyes and they're just puffy. They're like tribbles. They almost like exactly like tribbles. They roll around and they're different colors.
Speaking of immersion, Tyler, do you know much about Kingdom Come Deliverance? Do you know much about that game?
I know a little bit. I haven't played it, but I've watched a lot of it,
Yeah.
and that could be very immersive because it's like brutally immersive, where it's like you
Yeah.
want to get progress, you got to work for it.
I've been playing it, and it's been really interesting getting used to that kind of thing. Like I've also been playing in the past month or two some more Breath of the Wild, just anticipating the new Zelda game coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But like in Zelda, I might set an objective for myself, like, okay, I want to do this. I want to go here and like beat this dungeon or whatever. And I started approaching Kingdom Come like that, where I was like, okay, I want to do this quest. That's my goal, is to like go to my list of quests, choose this one, and accomplish it.
Mm-hmm.
And I very quickly realized that that's not how it works. You kind of do have to take it day by day, where it's like, well, I guess today I'll wake up and I'll go train at swordplay and I'll get 1% better, and then I'll go to bed, and then tomorrow I'll get up and I'll pick some flowers.
Yeah.
And that's how I get better at things, is just by living my life like one day at a time.
Just one day.
Oi,
Wow.
corner. That's kind of what this game is. It seems like they spoon feed you, or what would you call it? Like they IV drip all these fun little progressions that your character has. Like once you get to a certain like checkpoint or threshold of learning a new ability or something, then they like give you all these subtasks that you have to complete before you get like the new spell. If you want like a powered up version of a spell, you got to work for it a little bit more. You don't just get it. You have to like do challenges. You have to like, levitate somebody and then use a flame spell and then use some other combination of a herbology plant.
Do you think that there might be a new game plus in this, where you have like access to the room of requirement and certain like side features and things close to or at the beginning, so that I don't know.
I think it would be more of a
that kind of game?
save before the final confrontation kind of thing. So like everything is completely done, but not beating the bad guy at the end, I would say. So you just continue from the save before you beat the bad guy. But maybe it's like all right, bad guy's done, and everybody gets to talk to you about like, hey, great job. And like the closing house ceremonies and shit that they do. Like, hey, Slytherin won the house cup. There you go. Great job, Hoggy. And we received an owl post from our dude, Fig.
I really do enjoy when games have like an extensive epilogue to them.
Yeah, same.
Maybe not story related epilogue, but like optional stuff that you can go around and be like, let me talk to all the people in the world that I just greatly affected and see what everybody thinks, maybe see stuff develop.
Exactly. That's what I and then they talk to you about like, hey, you did such a great job. I can't believe a fifth year student took down a fucking syndicate or something, you know?
Or the ones I really enjoy are where it's like, you've taken down the evil lord and some of his remnants are still running about, and you're taking them down, and one of them just happens to be run by this side character that you ran into like once or twice in the main game, and this is their chance to get like a lot more character and backstory now that the big bad's been defeated.
Mm-hmm.
And you can like take them down, or you can befriend them, or learn more about why they did what they did in the main story or their effect on it.
Of course. Yeah, I like that too. The whole thing with this world is that I love exploring Hogwarts because it's all very interactive, and you can like go anywhere inside the castle. Nothing is really off limits. It technically is until you learn like the higher unlock spell ability.
I'm sure there's some like Metroidvania parts to it where it's like you have to use this spell to get into here.
Exactly. Yeah, and you have to do all these other challenges to get the higher unlock version. And
I feel like I would spend so much of my time in this game just walking around and looking
Yeah.
like at all these tapestries, just like what is this?
That's what I've been doing on my main playthrough. This, like I said, Augie is like my speedrunner because I know exactly where I'm going from.
You don't care. You don't have to like invest yourself really.
I'm technically also going around to places I think I haven't gone to before. Like, oh, saber-tooth tiger, cool.
I hope that you look at one of those portraits for like a little bit longer because I've been curious to see how that effect actually looks in the game.
Oh yeah, that you actually talk to a lot of them throughout the game, and there's a big character from the past that you have to talk to about. They were a fifth-year student that knows this ancient magic ability.
Oh wait,
that we have.
This is the. Okay, this really could have been done better. I think that was a very low effort looking asset right there.
Yeah, the printed JPEG of like, this is signatures and handwriting. Looks real.
Yeah. Well, do they do ghosts in this game? Because they're always talking about in the books how the ghosts on the grounds of Hogwarts.
There's funny interactions with ghosts and with suits of armor that come to life.
Cool.
Randomly.
Oh, nearly headless Dick.
Yeah, nearly headless Nick shows up and then.
He almost got it, but he freaking it's almost.
Randomly throughout the night, when you're just like wandering the halls of Hogwarts, just two ghost swordsmen come out and just start smacking their swords at each other, and I legit like got freaked out. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, there's just ghosts popping up and fighting with swords, and I'm like, "Good God!" And then they jump out of a window.
Do you like? I don't know why this is something I wanted. I want there to be an option where you can just be in your little dormitory, laying in bed at night, and like, if you want to just lay in bed and be awake and let the night progress, and just be like, I don't know.
That did break my immersion because I was playing and I was like, well. Instead of just waiting for the next quest, I wanted to like go back to my dormitory and like go to sleep, and there wasn't like a prompt to say like, oh, sleep, wait till the next day. You just do it from the main menu. You just open the menu and say, oh, do you want to turn day to night? I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I understand that it's not the student, like Hogwarts student simulator that some people anticipated it to be. I understand that. That's fine. It's just it's those little touches that sometimes make it feel a little bit more. I don't know. It's not even like immersion. It's just some things you enjoy seeing them.
Yeah, I can definitely say that I'm very much enjoying the world, the story. I have yet to have my final thoughts on. How they kind of drip it. It's very drippy of a story, so it's like really slow.
Very drippy story.
It's slow. It's just like, I want the full faucet. Turn the tap on.
Give me the meat. Give it to me raw.
Give me the meat.
Well, that's the thing.
Make
It's
me
like
wet.
you've got Goblin Rebellion. You've got a student with like mysterious powers. What I don't know.
You got Goblin Banker.
But in your experience, have they tied any of this to like, are they trying to set up any of this as being leading to Voldemort, leading to stuff in Harry Potter?
In some respects, yes. Not specifically Voldemort, but definitely building out or fleshing out more of the Harry saga, I guess, and what happens in that.
What do you
Harry saga?
What does that mean, the Harry saga, and what happens in that?
Like the world, it seems more fleshed out, and in some parts of the story, there's references from what you do as a character that is directly like talked about in the books.
Okay.
Like they reference old teachers and things like that, and one of the teachers shows up as a teacher of you, like, and
Sure.
different spells that happen throughout. Like if you read, it's kind of Dark Soulsy too, because you can read item descriptions and get more of a story, and like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And they even kind of make callbacks to the movies. Like I know in one of the missions in this, it's called Follow the Butterflies. And in the movie Chamber of Secrets, Ron and Harry are like,
That's what I call my butthole.
they're
Follow the spiders.
we gotta follow the spiders.
To Eric's butthole.
And then
Ron.
Ron says something like, "Why can't it be follow the butterflies?" And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of a nice little nod to."
Yeah, that's a great little reference there.
And there's little things like that. I mean, I don't know. I've only read the books maybe twice in their entirety, so I'm not well versed on like the books more than I know the movies pretty well. So that's what I'm kind of connecting some references to.
We already talked about it, and it didn't feel important to say then, but I guess I'm saying it now. I guess I was like totally fine with how MODOK was portrayed.
Yeah,
Sure, okay.
Solely because that character, like you said, he's meant to be weird. So
yeah, exactly.
He fit in that world for sure.
he fit in the world. His design changed, like all of it. The weird looking like Corey Stoll face, like
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's MODOK. There's so much of it that I can just be like, yeah, it's MODOK, whatever.
Right.
The one thing that I really felt weird about was how they used to, or like,
I'm not a dick.
they just kept turning to the like he
That
was
did make
so
me
many,
tougher.
butt of the jokes, or like in these weird
Yeah.
little ways where it was like you're completely cheapening some part of this that just feels weird.
Right.
It was fine,
Agreed.
but
It was fun.
I did enjoy when Bill Murray was like the hunter. I was like,
Yeah.
shit. Oh yeah, MODOK. I forgot about MODOK. And then they showed him in the face visor and he's mowing people down. I was like, okay, yeah, he's threatening.
Yeah,
That's cool.
exactly. It was fun. It was fun.
So now I'm learning like combos from this little kid.
Combos, dude? Combolina?
Oh, that's terrifying. This doll on wheels that can fight you.
Yeah.
What if it holds a grudge? You're just sitting in the Great Hall and you hear like wheels clattering on the stone.
Oh shit, here he comes. I hate how he like comes closer to you after you like knock him back.
You know, he comes.
Yeah. Lucan Brattleby.
This child is trying to lecture a 30-year-old.
Look at his bussin' haircut too.
Straight awesome, though.
What do you mean?
His yee ass haircut.
Oh,
That yee ass
I
haircut.
want to go to the woods.
Brilliant. Sebastian. So I'm gonna go bully some kids now.
You haven't been?
Dude, that's what I do all day, every day, dude.
You get thrashed, dude.
Just bully kids.
Apologies in advance.
And then he grimaces at you?
Yeah.
Bespringo.
He just kept that kid up in the air. So
Why is the third person standing there doing nothing?
Because they're dumb.
Why not,
This is
dude? Well, he's got a shield up, dude. He's not getting hit.
Yeah.
Not like this bow, though. That just keeps getting flung up in the air and
Maybe
torched around.
maybe while your opponent thrashes your teammate, instead of just standing there, you could be attacking them or doing something.
No, dude. Just watch your boys get flipped around in the air for a while.
There's actually some hilarious spells where I can keep people like levitated for so long, and I miss fighting classmates because towards the opening of the game or later when you're like wandering in the world, you're just fighting like adults. But if I could just keep
Like in
the kids like elevated for this long, it's hilarious. Because look at this, like the
It's
kids
like
on
in
fire
fucking-
and like keeping them floating.
It's like in fighting games where you just keep hitting them after they're dead and just keeping them up in the air.
Remember, students, burn your classmates as badly as you can. It's okay, we have magical healing.
Higher the points.
Ah, yes. 10 points to Gryffindor for a good maiming.
Minus 10 for that yee ass haircut.
Minus 10. Get some bitches on that dick.
Fucking 8-year-old.
Yep.
That's right.
That's right, Cordor.
Cross-eyed, drooling, buck-toothed little kid. Like, that's right. I'm here to learn magic. Just because you come from a magical lineage doesn't mean you should have been sent an invitation.
Yeah, true. That's kind of like maybe what
And it
Augie
has
was...
nothing to do with blood purity or anything like that. It's just like quality of life, I guess.
you're just a Nepo baby, bro.
What is that?
A Nepo baby,
Oh, you
dude?
haven't heard about the Nepo babies, Wilson?
You haven't heard Nepo babies?
Nepotism.
Just, well,
Yeah.
like how it's prevalent now and people have been talking about
It's always been prevalent. It's just people have been noticing it more now.
Yeah, but it's...
People just been noticing how there's an article that came out about it calling people who are like kids of people in the industry that have gotten famous and stuff Nepo
And
babies.
if they deserve their fame or their talent is justified. You
I work.
It's dumb, but I love the fucking term Nepo baby. It just makes me laugh.
I work directly with a nepo baby, and it
Yeah.
kind of infuriates me and sickens me.
know? Oh no.
Nepo baby.
Here's the situation, right?
Okay. This
Yeah.
will be fun.
This person is the child of somebody who has been a CEO of a watch company. I don't know how long he's been CEO. Probably 15 years, maybe. Very well could be much more than that. I'm not sure.
Mr. Rolex Watchman.
Yeah, so like let's say Mr. Rolex.
Mr. Fossil?
Has a daughter. Send that daughter through the cheapest fucking business school you can to get a degree,
Yeah.
and just put her name on the head of a jewelry company. Send her to the Bahamas to basically just live there and do whatever she wants, and once a month, like do a Skype call to this one channel, and then she's like, "I developed this brand and this design. I came up with a brand new font. We created a new font." It's like, you didn't create a new font. You just picked one that you thought looked
That's
good.
prime Nepo baby, dude.
This
She's-
Ariel Black.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
like
that's already one. Sorry.
none of the shows ever do well because all the things are like shitty and priced really, really poorly. I don't know. I could get in trouble.
I think she's
talking about
mistaking fonts for typography, though. That's another thing.
It's just infuriating because it's like she's 22.
Sure.
She
Oh, that's kind
literally
of... That...
lives a life of privilege, living on a yacht in the Bahamas,
Yeah.
doing whatever she wants all day, getting to like go on national television and be like, "I'm gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars," or like, I'm gonna make thousands of thousands of dollars just by sitting here. But I'm gonna talk about how I understand everybody. I'm just like you, and times are hard too. It's like, fuck you.
If
Shut
you
up.
laid down some knowledge about like how wrong she is about like a certain typography or maybe like a font, I guess. I mean, fonts are way different than like logos and other things that you have to do with graphic design. Like, if you just sat her down and said like, "Hey, we can't do this because of this," and she just like eyes glaze over, like, you should just be saying yes. You should just do it because I'm rich and you're not.
Yeah,
Fucking.
it's very much a clear nepotism thing, but I mean,
But-
whatever.
My favorite part of that whole Nepo baby article coming out, and then everybody like started to talk and all that shit. I was just like, well, yeah, that's kind of. I mean, Hollywood's always been like, it's who you know. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a dynasty.
it's a phrase
thing.
for a reason. Yeah. Like,
How many-
obviously, if you have connections in the industry, you're going to use those connections to get in there. That's just how it works, dude.
Yep.
How many stars have we known for our entire lives? How many people, like the person who wrote that article, they
Yeah.
probably didn't take into account all the stars that they could have named that maybe aren't like quote unquote the fucking nepo babies, but they certainly are part of like a lineage and a dynasty of people who have come before them in the same industry.
Well, that's the thing. Like Nick
Yeah.
Cage, he didn't want to be a nepo baby. He didn't want to be associated with the Coppola.
That's why he went by Nick Cage instead of Coppola.
Yeah, so he's one of the rare. He just wanted to get by on the talent, and he just wanted to do
Yep.
his own thing. And so you got to,
He's like, I'm going to take the name of a comic book character, and boom.
yeah. And like that
How
story
bad?
is way better than him just being like, "Oh yeah, my uncle is Francis Ford Coppola." It's like, "Oh, okay." But he got in on
Right.
pure like talent and a wanting to do the job.
It's a reality, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't upset me. I just don't like
No,
to
me either.
have it put in front of me, and then have these people being like,
It depends on who for me.
Yeah.
It depends on
"Life
if
is tough
they're
for me too." I'm so
if they're flaunting their
like,
talents, but they're like complete shit. Then I'm like, all right, maybe that wasn't a good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
and it's like my job to support the farce, so I just feel like dirty too. So I'm like, ugh, ugh.
Ugh.
We fucking biggest nepo baby of all, fucking Harry Potter, dude.
Yeah, my parents were killed.
Harry Potter's a fucking nepo baby, dude.
But how?
What do you mean?
He's famous.
Like, how is he?
Well, I
He's
guess
famous
he did
for
kind
not
of earn
dying.
it because he was the boy who
He
lived.
was famous
Oh,
for
well,
not
maybe-
dying.
But that's not nepotism. Him getting the invisibility cloak isn't nepotism. That's like inheritance or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
I mean, there's a level of he earned it because the boy who lived shit, and there's an element of it of being, oh, you're Harry Potter, so fucking.
Why? Just was it solely out of like some sort of feeling of obligation that Dumbledore was like, "I'm going to go here and save this baby,"
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, the baby was
or did
left.
somebody order him to like? I don't remember.
Okay, the situation was after Voldemort tried to kill Harry, he was protected by his mom, so the curse bounced
No.
back and killed
He's
him.
protected by love. Love
Yeah,
is the
it
great
bounced-
magic of all.
Exactly. So
Bounce back and Voldemort.
bounced back and killed Voldemort. So then baby Harry was just left there with two dead parents crying, and then Snape showed up.
The stick scar.
Snape showed up, grabbed the baby, gave it to Dumbledore,
Snape.
and then either
Yeah.
Snape gave it to Hagrid, and Hagrid brought Harry to Dumbledore to be dropped off at the Dursleys.
Snape had a fucking toxic ass fucking crush on Harry's mom.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Snape handing a baby to Hagrid? Like, I can't imagine those two
Yeah.
interacting just in
That,
normal.
I know
but
that's
can't imagine
how it had to have
exchanging a
happened, though.
baby.
That like that's who stumbled upon them dead. Like
Yeah.
Snape
Yeah.
wandered in there. He's like, oh shit.
Okay.
So going for his
I'm literally just trying to like
unrequited love.
analyze exactly how we can fucking snatch Harry Potter for nepotism.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He can't keep getting away with
Well, that's the same.
If anything, I guess Draco Malfoy is a fucking nepo baby.
Yeah.
Sure. Is Ron a like reverse nepo baby?
Yeah, he's nepo baby gone wrong.
Yeah,
Dude.
he did everything wrong. He's like, okay, I get all the shit.
All of the Weasleys are just
He
like
gets instead of getting fucking privileges and stuff, he gets like bad things happening to him. So
and he gets hand me downs.
because of his family. So it's reverse
But
nepo
he had
baby.
like four
Nothing's
brothers
ever-
that came before him, so he's like, I get all this bullshit, like old
He
clothes.
just gets
Yeah.
scrapped for remainders. Nothing is ever done for him specifically.
He's from the trailer trash of the wizarding world, so like
Ron is a byproduct that survives off of other byproduct.
Hmm.
yeah.
Who else could be a nepo in Harry Potter?
Sirius Black.
Maybe.
A lot of the Death Eaters are fucking nepo babies. A lot of the Death Eaters are.
Yeah, I would say.
And why would you need
So a lot of it is fucking pure blood names that are very wealthy and they just fucking keep going down the line and fucking. So like the Lestranges and the Blacks and the Malfoys and the
Yep.
you know
Sirius broke that
Guys.
mold. Yeah.
I watched Thelma and Louise.
Oh, we gotta
last
talk
night.
about 12 Monkeys. We gotta talk about those monkeys.
that's a lot of monkeys, dude.
You want to talk about 12 Monkeys?
Yes, because I'm so happy you saw it, and it took you this long, but it's such a good movie. I thought for sure, like, since you're really into Terry Gilliam, and we watch like Brazil, and we watch, or you've seen like Fear and Loathing and stuff, and Time Bandits, obviously.
Well,
Thought maybe you would have caught on to that movie a little bit sooner, but
I've always been a fan of Gilliam in his work with the Pythons. I've seen his movies, but never specific. I've known that they've been Terry Gilliam movies, but I've never specifically been like, I am a Terry Gilliam fan. And as I've gotten older and grown tastes, I can say that yes, I am. At 12 Monkeys, I never honestly like really knew that it was one of his movies.
Yeah, it is kind of like out of left field for him.
And I assumed it to be something very different than what it is. So I never really got around to seeing it until I did.
Did you get some Brazil vibes from it too, though?
Oh, a million thousand percent. Like, if there are, I think, two movies that really kind of like work in tandem with 12 Monkeys, it would be Repo Man and Brazil.
Oh yeah, those are good pulls.
Like watching 12 Monkeys, I was like, this clearly, on one side or the other, somebody is saying something about each other with like this and Repo Man.
Yeah.
I just love all the ideas that it brought up. I love the things that it allowed me to like explore. And
yeah, wasn't the world cool? Like I always go back to like that image of him being shot in the parking lot and then like realizing what that meant to him as a kid, and you're like, oh geez, he witnessed his own death. Like, what the frick?
Yeah, I mean, like the start of the movie, and then him being interviewed, and all of a sudden we're in like 1990, and I'm like, okay, flashback. We're kind of seeing how the disease developed, etc. And then he's just there, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, okay, all right.
Yeah, you're like disoriented right off the bat, and you're like, oh,
and he's having
hopefully we
like,
can circle back to this.
Dreams, and yeah,
and then he has to be put into a psych ward or something, and that's where he meets like Brad Pitt, and then Brad Pitt's acting all funky and weird.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, well, if they just introduced possibly time travel, so the dreams that he's having, is that from his perspective or is it just a dream? If it is from his perspective and he's the kid, when does that place him in the timeline for him to be able to be in the future, to be sent back? By the end, I really was solidified like what happened and where everything was with the movie.
It kind of has a nice bow.
I'm super duper excited to watch it again and find things I didn't see and dig into stuff and reinterpret. And visually and like, because this was him basically trying to be like, or no, that was Time Bandits. Time Bandits,
Tim Bandits?
He was trying to like convince basically somebody that he wanted to make Brazil, but his ideas, his screenplay was way out there, and they're like, I'm not so sure if that would work. So he's like, okay, I'll come up with a more family friendly film, and he wrote Time Bandits, and that's what gave them the confidence for him to make Brazil. Yeah, like the interior set design of that future world when he's in the chair for the first time, getting that like kind of like parole interview, and the chair slides up the wall. I was like, this is absolutely Brazil.
Yep.
And the voice that talks to him, it's like, hey Bob. And then the homeless guy later. But then when she talks to him, she's like, you knew him, right? Like, you had the code word. And he's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, what a fantastic, fun ride.
Yeah. There's a few movies like that where I wish I've saw it for the first time again. Because, like, the realization, everything like that, and when everything kind of hits you towards the end, you're like, holy crap, this is great.
Well, I kind of get, when they first introduced time travel, one of my first thoughts was like, is he seeing himself get killed? Is he the guy with like the briefcase with all the stickers on it, or is he the guy maybe with the long hair or something like that?
Yeah.
But then there was the lady, and I was like, she does not have blonde hair. She's not. But then there's the thing of like, oh, a wig, and you're like, oh my god, it's all fucking coming together. This is insane. Yep. How is this happening?
The pieces were placed strategically.
And his friend Jose from the very beginning of the movie coming back and being like, "All right, I know exactly what's going on." What?
See, the movie. There's been a movie recently that came out with, I think it was Ethan Hawke. It was called Predestination, and I don't know if I've talked to you guys about that movie. Have I?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, I implore you guys to go watch like the explained one on YouTube if you don't want to watch it. But it's essentially like a time travel thing where the ideas that are in 12 Monkeys get expanded upon a lot more, with like the implications of like changing your gender, changing your like age, and changing like the course of history and how you are born. It gets very strange, but I'd want you to watch it because it's like the song from the Stupids, "I'm My Own Grandpa." Like, it's that song in a movie.
You are literally the first human being that I've ever personally heard reference the movie The Stupids.
You've referenced it, didn't you, recently?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I try not to because I figure that no one's gonna fucking know what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
because maybe I was talking to somebody else, but
I love Tom Arnold in that movie.
in Bug Hall and fucking Pat. It's Pat.
What? My cousin, her husband, opened for Tom Arnold one time, and we went to see the show. I was so excited to see Tom Arnold. I was like, this.
There was a weird time in the '90s when Tom Arnold was in a lot of the media I was watching because I watched this.
So much shit.
He was in The Stupids.
Yeah. Tom Arnold. Do
Do you remember the movie Carpool?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Where he like hijacks a dad that was carpooling a bunch of kids to school with I think it was a fake gun because it's a kid movie. I don't know. But essentially, yeah, Tom Arnold steals this guy's car or his van, and Bug Hall was in that movie too, I think. But yeah, it was an oldie, but it was Tom Arnold. And then in True Lies, he was in that movie for a bit.
Dude, Brad Pitt was in Thelma and Louise.
Brad Pitt
There's
was.
a thread.
That was one of his first gigs, I think, too.
Man, that was a good movie. That's definitely my second favorite Ridley Scott movie after Alien, because I almost have to separate Ridley Scott from Alien.
Oh, yeah, I'd say Thelma and Louise is there, but mine would be like Blade Runner and then Alien and then.
I like Blade Runner, but I just don't feel maybe as crazy about it as I feel like a lot of other people do.
It's very, I guess I would say it's really, it's calming in some ways, and it's very meditative, you know, like it's meandering.
I enjoy.
The world is very calm to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I enjoy 2049 more than I enjoy the original, just because it explored the original sets up ideas that I wished were explored more, and 2049 goes into some of that, which I like.
Yeah, I liked a lot of 2049, but I liked seeing them as like companion pieces too. Like a lot of people got really like they didn't like 2049, but I'm like, do you remember the original? Like they said 2049 was really boring, and I was like,
yeah, like Ryan Gosling in his apartment with his AI.
You got to remember, like Blade Runner, the original, was very boring in some cases too, where it's like it's very slow.
10 minutes searching for Pre. He spends like fucking 10 minutes just wandering around this drippy building, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, and well, even when he's meeting with the main dude, Waylon, what is his name? No.
Utani?
No.
What's his name?
Tyrell.
Yeah.
But that is
they're connected in weird ways. But yeah, Tyrell, when he goes to the Tyrell Corp and he's just talking to him and just the weird stuff they talk about, it's kind of boring.
Yes, but that's the interesting stuff to me, and like some of it.
But no, that's what I say about like how people didn't like 2049. I was like, well, you remember the original? Like, you can't say one is boring and one isn't, because they're kind of based around the same ideas and the
I'm not
the
saying
the PI, like the Blade Runners are like, you know, detectives in some respects.
Yeah, I just don't think that I maybe reach the same heights of like enjoyment or appreciation for the first one as some other people do. I got nothing wrong with it. Believe like really. End of the day, I'm very happy that we've got Blade Runner. It's not elevated for me like it seems like it is for some people.
Yeah, I do like your sentiments with Thelma and Louise because it's very different from a lot of stuff Ridley has done, because he does epics and like that's really subdued, I guess.
That I don't know that I can get like I was surprised by more than I thought I would be in that movie. I really I don't know, didn't expect as much of what happened in there. Fuck it. I think Harvey Keitel in the movie might be the like best movie cop there's ever been.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
like
he's great in everything when he's playing like fucking bad lieutenant and shit. He's been in awesome stuff.
I just like that character so much because he is no nonsense and gets like the results that he's looking for.
Yeah, he's like Tommy Lee Jones in The Fugitive. He's like, we just need to get this shit done.
He's kind and he's like genuinely trying to get those results with the like least harm possible, and even, you know, up till the very, very end, he's trying to do what he can, and I just appreciate that he's not like, yeah, fuck these ladies.
Let's fucking kill him, snipe him. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go beat my wife at home.
The part where they pull up on the trucker, I was like, am I about to hate these two? Are they about to just blow this dude away? Like, yeah, I get it. He doesn't deserve to be doing that, and he very well could be put in his place, but just outright murdering him doesn't seem okay.
Are you watching these on VHS too?
Oh, I wish I had that on VHS. Dude, I've got 2 Kubrick movies on VHS, and or wait, do I have 3 now? No, I have 2001 and I have Barry Lyndon.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch on VHS.
I've never seen Barry Lyndon, so I'm excited to see that one on VHS, but I would like to try and get some more of his movies on VHS if I could.
Just when you go into it, just know that he lit everything period appropriately. Mm-hmm. And it's everything is like every frame is a painting in Barry Lyndon.
I'm super like just knowing Kubrick's work already and knowing the very, very little bit about like the time period that that's set in. I love a period piece. I enjoy learning and when somebody puts me in a time in a place, especially one that I don't know about, and they do a really good job of putting me there, helping me to learn about these people, the place, the things that I'm seeing and experiencing. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you should watch Doctor Strangelove and fucking you've seen Clockwork.
Yeah, I've seen Doctor Strangelove, but it's been a long time for me seeing that.
But also fucking Eyes Wide Shut is really good. Like,
yeah, that's one I've never seen.
What about Dr. Normal Hate?
Dr. Normal Hate's pretty great.
Dr. Average Aggression.
There's a movie that I wanted you guys to watch also called Being There with Peter Sellers. It's very prophetic in a weird way of like how the country is run, but like how the simplest guy, like it was Forrest Gump before Forrest Gump in a weird way, where this guy named Chauncey Gardner is like a really simple-minded guy, and his last name is his job. He just gardens for this rich guy. And at the very beginning of the movie, the rich guy dies, and then people are asking him like what he's doing, and he's like, "I'm the gardener. I'm Chauncey Gardner," and they mistake him for like this really smart guy, and they keep like raising him through the ranks of like, oh, he's on TV now. Oh, he's talking to the president. Oh, he's got the richest man in the United States' like ear, and he's like whispering him all these like weird philosophies, but it kind of just is him talking about how awesome gardening is. It's just so good. Because as the audience, you're just watching him talk about gardening, but everybody's taking it like, oh wow, that's really insightful. That's so profound. It's just hilarious how jaded people get, you know. You're a bright boy. Look at that bright
Who
boy.
the hell is this, like, Mr. Mixopolite behind him?
It's fucking Peeves, the poltergeist.
Preeves, dude?
Peeves.
My boy Preeves?
Blows raspberry.
Purrs.
Well, there we go, boys. We got through it.
We did it.
We got Sebastian in trouble.
Another great entry.
Oh man, Augie was like staring off into the distance for a second, just completely blank. It was great.
So yeah, that was Augie and his venture through the library and getting in trouble with the librarian, and Sebastian is in trouble. He took the fall for us, so now we owe him.
I have no clue what's going on in this story.
Oh, we just had to go get a book from the library in the restricted section. That's about it.
I'm not going to remember that.
Okay. It's a book that we need for like reasons to learn about this ancient power we have.
I assume that there are reasons.
There's multiple reasons why we do quests and who we talk to. But yeah, that was Augie. We'll be back with more in the next episode. Stay in those holes. Goblin biker.
Oh, Goblin Biker.
Corridor, what you doing there?
Oh, Corridor.